wrestling fans? Jarek here, and I'm with a very special guest. I am with boxer and ACW owner Jimmy Holmes.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Jimmy, could you tell us, start out, could you tell us a little bit about your boxing career, like what that was like?
Okay, I started out in senior in high school around 1996. Ended up fighting in the amateurs for about 7 years.
Oh, nice.
On and off for 7 years. Won a couple Golden Glove titles, Chicago, Indianapolis. Got representing Indiana as the middleweight to go in the national tournament. So that was kind of cool. Ended up turning pro 2002, 2003 in that era. And I fought pro about 11 years. Won a state title. Had a lot of fun. Got to travel. Got to do all kinds of stuff.
That is amazing. Wow. What are some of your boxing inspirations, like as you're going through this whole process?
Oh man, you know what? Some of my heroes are George Foreman, Evander Holyfield. You know, the whole idea of being a boxer came from watching a movie called Rocky when I was a kid.
Oh, I love that movie.
You know, so
yes.
So watching the Rockies as a young kid, I could shadow boxing and training to the music and all that. Doing push-ups, everything, that kind of stuff. And you know, and it just, my dad had a Marine Corps, he was in the Marine Corps, he had his old Marine Corps bag, he stuffed full of towels and everything and hung it in the basement when I was a little kid. So I was always interested in boxing, and that's how I kind of, so that's kind of where it rooted from, which sounds silly, it roots from a movie, but those movies, for me, they mean something. So.
Yeah, the movie drew a lot of inspiration for people worldwide too.
Sure.
But you've had an amazing career in boxing, and now in pro wrestling as well. I mean, you are the owner of Acme Championship Wrestling in Lamont, Indiana.
Right.
What gave you the idea to start this?
You know what? 6, 7 years ago, we actually do boxing fundraisers to raise money for the kids. We bring them on trips and all kinds of things. And Brian Saxon O'Grady, who was one of our early reps.
Good guy. Good guy.
His work schedule's changed. He's not really repping much these days. But him and I, we did a wrestling match at one of our fundraisers, and the turnout was really good. They really seemed to like it. It was like in the back of my head right there. You know what? At some point we're going to get into pro wrestling. And
nice.
It just seemed like they had a backyard group that was doing it in town, and they asked me to be a part of a couple shows, and so I took part in some of the shows, and it's like, all right, I kind of want to bring it to do some big shows, and that's kind of where I got into it, and that's.
That's awesome. You have an amazing product here at Acme Championship Wrestling. Wrestling-wise, who were like your favorite wrestlers growing up?
Oh man, Mr. Perfect.
Yes.
Mr. Perfect was one. Bret the Hitman Hart,
nice.
Ravishing Rick Rude, Ric Flair. I mean, all those guys for me, I love them. That for me was the golden age of wrestling for me at least.
Oh yeah.
You get all the gimmicks and every guy that came out, you knew what his gimmick was. You knew what he did in there.
If he's a good guy.
Oh yeah, you could tell. Sometimes these days they come out as like, what the heck? You don't know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. And so you also own the Lamont Boxing Club, correct?
Correct.
You have an amazing product. I've seen this. You got people from all over coming here.
We've done pretty well. We've been open about 9 years. We've had 25 to 30 state champs over the years.
Nice.
And so actually Acme Championship Wrestling, the whole wrestling part of it came about to help us raise funds. We're a nonprofit club, and we're reaching out with the wrestling shows to try to help us bring money in, because we bring these kids on trips. I mean, just keeping this gym open alone, we get, if we can't pay, I still let kids come, work something out with them if I can, whatever I can do, and these kids need something to focus their, something positive. And
definitely. Keeping kids off drugs, keeping kids off the streets.
There's nothing to do out here.
Positive reinforcement.
You get into drugs out here, you get into drinking, all that kind of stuff. So if you find something positive to keep you motivated, and we've had pretty good success with the kids. We've had good success keeping some kids on track, and that's what we're doing. I had some guys reach out to me when I was coming up through high school. Jeff Mengel, who started the club with me, and other coaches that really helped me outside. We always wanted to give back somehow.
You're definitely doing it.
But that's why Acme Championship Wrestling came about, because to help us try to fund this club and keep it open. I mean, people don't realize how much it costs to keep a business open.
Ooh, yeah.
In the cities, the towns, the city funds programs to help out the kids like that, keep them off the streets, keep them out of gangs. We don't have that around here. Our towns don't really want to focus much on that, so you know, we got to keep our place going.
Wow. Somebody wants to get a hold of you, whether they're interested in ACW
Right.
or boxing. How can somebody get a hold of you so they can possibly join along?
Right, they can if they want to go on Acme Championship Wrestling on Facebook or the Demont Boxing Club on Facebook. Head out on there, send a message. I'll get the messages, and we'll get you on track. Whether you want to box or you're interested in wrestling, Michael Allen does our booking for the wrestling, so I can get you his number to contact him and go from there.
Wow. Jimmy Holmes, thank you very much.
No problem, man. No problem. Always a
Can't wait
pleasure.
to-
Always a pleasure.
Wrestling fans, we'll see you next time on Gold Over Network.